All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all, I just want to go back and give my thoughts on the PFL card. I just want to cover all the flyweight fights, because some of them are really quick. Just want to go back through and talk about the performances, whose performance I enjoyed, and, just talk about the finishes in general. I mean, shoot, all my picks were right on this one, which was kind of crazy. Well, not really crazy. I already know like how the PFL is going to match this whole thing up. Most of these fighters on here, the ones that they are looking to really push, the big ones like Taila Santos, Liz Carmouche, and of course Dakota Ditcheva were kind of lined up against opponents that, we could all pretty much say they were going to be the heavily favorites in, right? And then, you had your lesser opponents that are just coming in. So, I already kind of knew who to pick on this one. So, yeah, I got them all right. But I just want to talk about, like, the performances on I feel like really looks like a complete fighter or could be a threat to some of the veterans here. So, real quick, let's start from the bottom up. Let's start with the first fight between Jenna Bishop and Chelsea Hackett. As y'all know, Jenna Bishop, she scored a first-round submission via armbar with Chelsea Hackett. This one pretty much played out the way I felt it was going to go. I picked Jenna Bishop, not just because I'm a fan of her, but because I felt like I feel like Chelsea Hackett's style played into hers. Chelsea Hackett's pretty good striker, has some power in her hands. She's a good kickboxer. But when it came down to it, I knew that Jenna Bishop, if she's able to get this fight to the ground or even bait Chelsea Hackett to get her anywhere in the clinch or try to go for a takedown, Jenna Bishop's got this. She's a solid grappler. Her jiu-jitsu's on point. But she's also really incorporating her striking on the ground, too, because as soon as, like, Chelsea Hackett went on the inside and wanted to fight that close in, they got the fight to the ground. Jenna Bishop was in full control. She was able to transition to the back of Chelsea Hackett with no problem, land some good ground strikes, just to the body and to the head, just constantly working. So I like that about Jenna Bishop. She's really proven that she's a fighter and not just like a specialist. You know what I mean? Like, she's able to combine her specialty, which is something I'll talk about in another video about fighters in general. Like, she's able to combine her specialty with the ability to just be a scrappy fighter. Jenna Bishop is including all that. So she was able to really work Chelsea Hackett till Chelsea Hackett went into the guard, got that arm isolated, and boom, she kind of got that panic mode where she tried to slam Jenna Bishop on her back. But, Jenna Bishop's been doing this for a long time. So she just locked that arm in and boom, Chelsea Hackett tapped like that. So, yeah, good finish for Jenna Bishop, which advances her. She got a 6-point win, I believe. I think that's how that works, right? So she's definitely going into the, moving on to the semifinals. Next up was Carmo Watanabe versus Shannon Young. This one here, I figured Carmo Watanabe, I thought she was going to go in for a finish, but I could definitely see how she just pretty much got a mauling. I mean, she really wasn't looking for, like, submission. She was just in there looking for position. And was I impressed with Carmo Watanabe's victory? I mean, she went in there and got the job done against, a lesser opponent in Shannon Young. But I thought at this point, her stance, her stand-up game, her overall stance should have been improved a little bit more. I kind of wanted to see her maybe fight off her jab a little bit, not just be so sloppy, just like grabbing at Shannon and trying to pull her down. I mean, she did what she had to do with her wrestling, putting her weight on top and just kind of mauling and really just spread, just sprawling all over and spreading all over like a blanket on Shannon Young in this fight. So it was just a 3-round mauling, 30-27. Shannon Young really didn't have anything to offer. Like, even as far as Shannon Young goes, like, she'll kind of brawl with you on the inside. She really won't set up a jab and try to counter, which those opportunities were there. All of that was there against Carmo Watanabe. It's been proven in the past. If you have a good jab and you can keep her back, you can line up that right hand on Carmo Watanabe, and it was there. But again, Carmo Watanabe just overall bigger, stronger, and the better wrestler. So she was able to use everything she had. So yeah, now she advances on. Like I said, I really wasn't that impressed with it. She just did what she had to do. I thought she could have got her out of there. The next fight, Taila Santos versus Laini. Definitely had to go with Taila in this fight. I knew that going to the ground was a dangerous thing here. So, Laini, she wanted to come in and brawl a little bit. She had the chin out again, just throwing those shots. Taila Santos right away, she went into full control, landed that beautiful left hook around right in the inside of Laini's offense. Good left hook, locked her up, big takedown, boom, and she's on top. And just used that overall physical strength, good physical strength, snakes around the back, gets that, gets that forearm up under the chin of Olajuwon, and boom, she's tapping too. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm loving this. Taila Santos back in the winner's circle. Did what she was supposed to do against an opponent like her. I was like, okay, if she goes 3 rounds with Olajuwon, there's going to be some problem. If she's getting picked apart by Olajuwon, we got some issues. But no, she used a good left hook, used her strength, big takedown, full control with that jiu-jitsu, got her out of there. So Taila Santos advances, all right? Going to the main card, and like I said, I thought, I talked about this the other day, I thought Taila Santos was going to be in the main card too, her being a former UFC fighter. But, the PFL has their fighters they're going to push. Of course, the Bellator champion, and of course, the new Kayla Harrison, right, and Dakota Ditcheva. But I like Dakota, though. Don't get me wrong, I like Dakota. But, we got a lot of people trying to push her as like this next great. But she's got a long way to go. We can't measure her, put her in the names with Alexa Grasso or Valentina yet. Got to, check yourself when we talk about these fighters now. They got to put in the work. But other than that, Dakota Ditcheva, she did what she was supposed to do against Lisa Malden. Lisa Malden didn't have much to offer on the feet. She knew that. I think she wanted to clinch up and fight on the inside a little bit. But Dakota showed that she's stronger there as well. Good knees to the body, good head control. Again, Dakota Ditcheva, just from a distance, was landing some nice body shots, push kicks, and good right hand, and caught Taylor Malden with Lisa Malden with the I'll call her Taylor Malden. I mean Lisa Malden. She caught her with a good left hook a couple of times on the inside, and really just made Lisa Malden not look like she wanted to be in there with some of those shots that were landing. But Lisa Malden looked like she wanted to go for a takedown. She tried to get the fight to the ground, but Dakota, she scrambles back up, breaks free from a little quick armbar attempt from Lisa Malden. Malden again, when she was unable to keep the fight to the ground, she just started backing away and left her body wide open and got hit with some good body shots in this fight till, boom, Dakota just lands a barrage and had to stop the fight. As far as Dakota, I think, she is looking like a threat more so than some of the other girls that we've seen from the bottom before. But, Jenna Bishop is also looking like a complete fighter. So I can't say that Dakota looks more impressive than Jenna Bishop, because Jenna Bishop is bringing in that good base. Plus, she's tough on the ground, so can't say she's looking much better. I mean, I like strikers, of course, but I think that Jenna Bishop is still doing just as much as she is. So I can't really pick Dakota and say she's going to win her and do all of this, because, hey, she still hasn't faced the best season fighters yet. I mean, doing what she got to do against the competition that she has, but this is what she wanted, more competition, and they brought it in, right? All right, going to the main women's fight. All right, y'all know this wasn't really a fight I was campaigning for. Y'all know me. I wanted them to switch this fight up. Liz Carmouche versus Juliana Velasquez 3. Really didn't need to happen, man. This fight really didn't need to happen. I mean, Juliana Velasquez, again, been out for like almost 2 years and was coming off of back-to-back finished losses to Liz Carmouche, right? So Liz Carmouche should have been in there with Sumika Inaba, Sumika Inaba had to pull out of her fight, but she should have been in there with somebody else, match them up different. Juliana Velasquez should have had like a Chelsea Hackett or somebody, bring in somebody for her to fight other than somebody that beat her 2 times. Because once again, this fight just went the same way, minus the finish. Liz Carmouche went in there and just took her down, rinse and repeat. Every round, she just put Juliana Velasquez on her back. And Juliana Velasquez still does not master like that range against Liz Carmouche. She just can't like get a good jab going and can't counter and can't step around and use angles. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you watch these other big flyweights that can move like Manon Fior, you just have to give these fighters credit, man. Like they know how to turn angles, they know how to use their size. But Juliana Velasquez, long, tall, she just doesn't really have that takedown defense. Takedown defense is an art. You got to be able to use that body in there and body these fighters up. And somebody as big and tall as her, they really need to start working on using that frame. And again, just using the feet a little bit more and being a little bit quicker to turn angles. Because once again, Liz Carmouche just mauled her for 3 rounds, put her on her back, constantly put her on her back, beating her on the cage, cage wrestling her, pinning her against the cage and just kneeing her to the body and working her. I mean, every now and then I see Juliana Velasquez try to snap that left hand out, but she wasn't following up enough, So just another dominant performance by Liz Carmouche, so she's advancing on, all right? So, yeah, man, overall, like I said, some exciting finishes, with the fighters that I'm looking forward to, like Jenna Bishop, Taila Santos, and, you know, wanting to see what Dakota, you know, she can do from here, you know. But as far as like the most dangerous fighters right now in this thing that could get the meal, I'm looking at Taila Santos and Liz Carmouche. The biggest threat for Dakota Ditcheva right now is Liz Carmouche and Taila Santos. I think Jenna Bishop could actually be a threat as well. If Jenna Bishop, if she can like get on the inside, she can take some of those power shots. If they match them up somewhere down the line, you know, she gets her to the ground. I'm favoring Bishop on the ground, definitely in that fight. But I gotta give Dakota a lot of credit. She knows how to use her length against the opponent she's in there with, height and size. You know, she's using that all to perfection against the opponents that she's in there with. But yeah, I think the fights will get a little bit more interesting now, because I really wasn't even like tensed up about these. I was just like, I'm picking this person. They all won because everybody was pretty much outmatching who they were against, right? But now that it's starting to, you know, siphon down here, it's going to get interesting. Like when we see Liz Carmouche up in there with Tyler, Dakota's going to get tested against Jenna Bishop, something like that. It's going to get a little bit more exciting. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the overall tournament. It'll get better, I think, now that we got these opponents in there. But let me know what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.